Habits are an intrinsic part of human behavior, shaping our daily routines and influencing our overall well-being. They are the automatic responses to stimuli that we engage in with minimal conscious thought. The science of habits encompasses various fields including psychology, neuroscience, and behavioral economics, and offers insight into how habits are formed, maintained, and changed. This article delves into the mechanisms behind habits, the role of the brain, and strategies for cultivating positive change. What are habits? At their core, habits are learned behavioral patterns that occur automatically in response to situational cues. Charles Duhigg, in his popular book The Power of Habit, identifies a three-part structure known as the habit loop: cue, routine, and reward. Understanding this loop is essential to comprehend how habits function. Cue. This is the trigger that initiates the habit. Cues can be external, like time of day, location, or emotional state, or internal, certain thoughts or feelings. Routine. This is the behavior itself, which can be physical, mental, or emotional. Routines can range from brushing your teeth, exercising, engaging in meditation, or checking social media. Reward. This is the positive reinforcement that follows the routine. Rewards serve to reinforce the behavior, making it more likely that the behavior will be repeated in the future. Rewards can be tangible, a snack after a workout, or intangible, the satisfaction of completing a task. The neuroscience behind habits. The formation and maintenance of habits is deeply rooted in the structure and function of the brain. Neurologically, habits are largely processed within a region called the basal ganglia, which plays a significant role in the formation of habits and routine behaviors. Reward pathway and dopamine. The brain's reward system and the neurotransmitter dopamine play pivotal roles in habit formation. When we experience a reward, dopamine is released, signaling pleasure and reinforcing the connection between the cue and the routine. Over time, the basal ganglia learns to link the cue with the routine, which becomes ingrained as a habit. Interestingly, once a habit is formed, the decision-making part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, decreases its activity. This is why habits can often be performed without significant cognitive engagement. The brain conserves energy by streamlining the processes associated with habits, allowing us to devote our cognitive resources to other tasks. The role of environment. Habits are significantly influenced by our environment. The cues we encounter in our surroundings can trigger habits without our conscious awareness. For example, seeing gym gear may trigger the habit of working out, while passing by a fast food restaurant might reinforce unhealthy eating behaviors. Identifying and modifying environmental cues can be an essential step in changing habits. For instance, placing healthy snacks at eye level in the fridge or removing junk food from the pantry can help reinforce healthier eating habits. Creating an environment conducive to the habits we wish to cultivate can dramatically increase the likelihood of success. The stages of habit formation. The process of forming or changing a habit involves several stages. Awareness, recognizing that a habit exists, and understanding its impact on one's life. This stage requires self-reflection and honesty. Desire, cultivating a genuine desire to change. This desire can be propelled by personal goals, health concerns, or the influence of peers. Knowledge, understanding the mechanisms of change and developing a plan. This includes learning about the habit loop, potential triggers, and strategies to implement. Action, actively working to change the habit by introducing new routines or modifying existing ones. This often requires consistency and persistence. Maintenance, developing strategies to maintain the new habit over time and prevent relapse into old patterns. Reevaluation, periodically assessing progress and making necessary adjustments. This stage involves reflecting on what is working, what is not, and why. Strategies for habit change. Changing habits can be a challenging endeavor, especially when it comes to long-standing behaviors. However, various strategies grounded in scientific principles can significantly increase the chances of success. Start small. One of the most effective ways to introduce change is to start small. Focusing on small, manageable changes reduces the psychological burden and is less intimidating. For example, if the goal is to exercise regularly, starting with just 5 minutes a day can create momentum. Often, once individuals begin, they find it easier to extend the duration as they build confidence and motivation. Use implementation intentions. Implementation intentions involve creating a specific plan that links a cue to the intended behavior. This can take the form of if-then statements. For instance, I,